Hello, welcome. So I've popped on today to talk about the Magdalene's rose violet flame. So I'm going to start lighting my candle. Have I got some matches? There they are. So I'm lighting a candle to Sophia today. And another name for Sophia is the Holy Spirit. Before I talk about the Magdalene's rose violet flame, I'm going to read out a couple of quotes that I didn't get to do last week because I got poorly. Just put you up there, Sophia. So just feel Sophia's presence coming in. And Magdalene is an embodiment of Sophia. And she holds that energy beautifully. And just feel Sophia taking shape and form around you. She presences herself all around you. And because we are working on this course, we are being given so much healing, and divine energies are coming our way. So even when you're not doing any work towards it, you're still receiving for the whole of these 3 weeks that we're doing this work together. So these were a couple of quotes that I wanted to read out to you, and it's from Tao Malakai's account of the Gnostic Sophian order that he's the leader of. So this is the 123rd saying of Mary from the Secret Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Mary said, "If Christos can appear as a male, then surely Christos can appear as a female. Those who deny holiness in womanhood do not understand holiness in manhood or womanhood, but are solely bound to ignorance. Do not believe the father of lies. Believe in the Mother Spirit, whose name is the Spirit of Truth and Comforter." And we can so feel this when we call in Mary Magdalene's presence. We can so feel that Spirit of Truth and Comforter. Mary Magdalene brings in such divine nurturing and love, and just wraps you up in a blanket of love. And in the second saying I wanted to read out to you, it's the 158th saying. Mary said to her disciples, "Do not be deceived by the name Comforter that is given to the Holy Spirit. Before she is the Comforter, her name is Deep Trouble." And deep trouble, that's capital D and capital T, that's how they've spelt it. "And she will seem as an angel of wrath before appearing as an angel of mercy. Oh yes, 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 yes. I have to say, I think that's my favourite saying out of all of those sayings, because in all the years that I've worked with healing, when I read her name is Deep Trouble, that makes a lot of sense to me, and it might make a lot of sense to you as well, because we receive these beautiful energies and then it brings up in us those things that need healing, those things that are not in accordance with the divine, and boy does it feel like deep trouble. And that is why the Magdalene's Rose Violet Flame is such a gift for us, because most of the time where we've come to a place where we're needing to use the Magdalene's Rose Violet Flame to kind of try and shift and transmute through some issue that we have, we're usually in a bit of trouble in one way or another. If this was something we could sort out on our own, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be asking for help. And sooner or later in the journey, on the path of the soul, we will always come to a place where we can't go further by our own, where we have to get some help in some way. And again, this is very Magdalene. She works beautifully in partnership. It's not just Yeshua that she has a beautiful partnership with. It's also partnership in general. And so I'm just looking for a room, because there's actually a room that covers this really nicely. I had it yesterday, so I might actually have left it out somewhere. I can't see it. I'll put up a picture of it. I'll put up a picture of it in the group. Oh no, there it is. There it is. So this is the room. It looks like an M. It's actually the letter E. And in the Scandinavian runes, it's pronounced A, which is EH. But this room represents that partnership that the Magdalene creates when we call her in, and she's just there for us. And the silver violet flame, sorry, I used to work a lot with the silver violet flame, so I have been a violet flame kind of groupie for decades now. And I was taught many years ago that the Ascended Masters and light beings and even the earth, they all have their own vibration of the violet flame, as do we. And Mary Magdalene's Rose Violet Flame. So I was going to read out to you a little bit. So I've given you the YouTube link for this. It is unlisted. I don't share this out publicly, so you know, please be mindful of that. There's quite a lot of information on the description, so it's a good place you can remember to go back to when you want to remind yourself. And I'll just read a little bit of what I've put on there. So the violet flame is an energy that clears and transforms negative energy. Mary Magdalene has a special violet flame called the Rose Violet Flame. And this is a little bit of a channeling that I did when she told me about it. Welcome, I am Mary Magdalene. I would share with you today the secret of my Rose Violet Flame, which is an essence that I hold very strongly. I am known as a progenitor of love. Love is at the core of my being, and many call on me to learn how to love more, how to bring themselves more into a state of love, how they can share that love with others and feel that loving state in relationships. You all have more need of love in your life. You all have need of my presence because of whose archetypal energy I hold, that of Sophia. I am the embodiment of Sophia. So I have been in my lives upon the earth. And when you connect to me, you connect to those blueprints of those lives upon the earth in the living embodiment of Sophia. The divine feminine is coming so powerfully upon the earth now. There are always deeper and deeper layers to go to, higher and higher spirals to climb. So there's a couple of things there. One is that thing she says, I have been an embodiment of Sophia for my lives upon the earth. So her life is the Magdalene. That wasn't the first time that she held that divine feminine presence. She's basically saying she's done that in all of her lives that she's had. And when she says, when you connect to me, you connect to those blueprints of those lives upon the earth. Now, I don't know if you've had that experience of going to a place on the earth where you feel you have lived before, and how powerful that is, and or can be, and how it's like the time difference doesn't really matter. You're like physically there and you're like really, really connecting to it. And it's the same with, you know, the masters who have had this really powerful energetic imprint on the earth. When we go to the places where they lived, it's like, wow, it's so strong, it's so strong. But with Mary Magdalene, because we're calling her in, and she's coming into us, because she had those lives upon the earth, that imprint is so powerfully grounded into the whole energy system, the whole earth grid, if you like. She is an amazing doorway into accessing this paradigm of divine feminine energy and the power of love. So the rose violet flame, it's that violet flame equally mixed with this rose love that the Magdalene holds. And the two of those together in this oneness of the rose violet flame create this very, very powerful energy tool that we can use for our healing. So for the whole of this week, we will be repeating this exercise every day of bringing in Magdalene's rose violet flame to whatever issue it is that we have. Now let me just see, I wrote down some notes this morning. So it's very common for resistance to come up when we start working with an issue that we've been blocked with. Doing it a little bit every day, just write down how it feels every day so you can notice how it is shifting and changing as the week goes by. It can feel really, really hard. I mean, maybe it's working really easily for you, and you know, I don't want to put hardness on you if it's not there. But I know for me, when I'm working with things like this, it tends to be quite challenging. But it really just needs a few minutes every day. And like I say, the rose violet flame is actually doing a lot of the heavy lifting. It's like we're opening up the doorway for that divine light to come in, and then once it comes in, it sort of starts doing its work and like going yum 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 with like whatever it is that our issues are. It sort of gets in there and starts like, you know, moving things around. You don't have to know exactly why this issue's coming up for you, but if you do need to know, if your soul or spirit think it's helpful for you to know, you'll start to get clues. The universe will start putting them in front of you, kind of in your own divine timing. It might be straight away, it might be in a week or two, it might be in a month. But just sort of, you know, just sort of keep an eye out for that. Sometimes we have these issues that we want to work with because of past lives, or ancestral stuff. You know, it might not be anything from this life, in which case, you know, it can be a little harder to access that information. I will do a writing exercise for us, meaning that I'll show it to you a little bit further on, where if you want to, you can try and sort of follow that thread back. I think that's the bits that I wanted to read out. So I will have a tune in and see what Magdalene wants to say. Okay, so I'll go quiet for a moment, and then when I start speaking again, I'll be channeling Magdalene for us. Blessings, blessings, I am the Magdalene, Maria Magdalena. If it feels good, allow your energy body to soften a little and receive the keys and codes of love that I am sending to you right now. In order to cope, it is often the way that one creates energy patterns that are rigid and hard. And these can hold in place the difficulties and the wounds long after they are healed. And even when they are no longer needed. This is when the energy of love, Sophia, which is one of the names, the many names of the Divine Feminine, Mother Goddess. This is when she can come in and just dissolve with such ease the hardness and the rigidity that seemed so eternal and so infinite, like it could never go away, until the moment that it has. And then it is like a distant dream, something belonging to yesterday. To just breathe in my love and my light. Knowing that I am with you, I am on your side. I am holding you. And Sophia is holding me, just as she is also holding you. She holds the whole world. Just sit with me now for some moments in silence. Just allow yourself to receive. Feel the beautiful energy coming into your energy body exactly where it is needed. Just imagine you are sitting at the centre of a beautiful rose. Imagine the colour. Imagine the scents. Imagine how soft it feels. The petals of the rose. And just let yourself rest back as you lie in the centre of the rose. Completely safe, completely protected, and completely loved. I am the Magdalene Rose Sophia. Any time you have need of me, simply send out a thought and I will be there with you. My blessings are upon you. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Just take a few moments to make sure that you're grounded. Come back to your full levels of consciousness once again. And when you're ready, open your eyes and stretch. Feeling better in every way. Lots of love, everybody. Bye for now. Bye.